Good morning, all. In today's lecture, we will see what is grammar in automata theory. In automata theory, grammar is defined in terms of four tuples as G is equal to VTPS, where G is the symbol used to represent the grammar. It is represented by using four tuples VTPS, where V is a set of finite non-empty set of non-terminal symbols or the variables. T is a finite non-empty set of terminal symbols. P is a set of production rules. S is the starting symbol. Here, the set of non-terminal symbols are always written in uppercase, whereas set of terminal symbols are always written in lowercase letters. Okay. For example, consider the okay. Now out of these four tuples VTPS, okay, this P is a heart or the main part of the given grammar. If we know the set of the production rules, then from that set of production rule we can easily define V, T and S tuples. Just like a NFA or DFA, there are the five tuples in finite automata, that is M is equal to Q sigma delta Q0 F. Then out of this delta, if we know the delta, transition diagram, transition table or transition function, from this delta function we can define these four tuples. Similarly, if we have the P set of the production rule, then from this one we can easily define how many non-terminals are there, which are the terminal symbols and which is the starting symbol. So here four tuples together defines the grammar. Okay, G is equal to VTPS. Let's see one example. Now set of production rule has this form: A gives B. If A, then B. Okay, then see here one example. Consider following grammar whose set of production rules are capital A gives A capital B or B capital A, then B gives B capital B or A capital A or A or B. Now here if we see this set of production rule, actually there are the just count the total number of uppercase letters A and B. So these are the non-terminal symbols. Lowercase letters are here in this set A and B. So these are the terminal symbols. And all these are nothing but the production rule. There are total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 production rules. These 6 production rule, if we write separately, then we can have A gives AB, A gives, this is OR operator, then B capital A, then B gives B capital B gives A capital A, then B gives A, B gives B. These both set are equivalent. Okay, here we have in this set we have written all the rules separately. Here we have written the rules using the OR operator. Okay, we can use the OR operator, this vertical line, whenever the LHS symbols are same and RHS are the different one. The production rule consists of two sides, LHS left hand side and the right hand side, and this symbol is there, tends to or the gives. If we have this, then it can be represented by the RHS symbols. Okay, now this is the production rules, format of the production rule, that is nothing but the A gives B. It is just similar to our concept of if else construct of any programming language. So A gives AB, then A gives BA. This is one example. This both sets are equivalent. Okay, here we have used the just OR operator and define the A production, B production. Here we have written all the productions separately. So this is the example. We will note down here. This is the set P, right? This is the P set. Okay, now we'll write define the grammar completely. Here G is given as 4 tuples V, that is nothing but a set of the non-terminal symbols which are written in a uppercase letter. So here A, B, then terminal symbols lowercase letters small a, small b, then set of the P, that is the production rules, and starting symbol. The first symbol, LHS symbol of a first production rule, is always known as a starting symbol. So here starting symbol, the set of the production rule starts with this rule, and here the LHS symbol is capital A. So starting symbol is A. So here we define the 4 tuples just from knowing the set of the production rule P. Okay, let's see one more example of the P. Consider set of production rule P is equal to P is, okay, now here S is equal to if then else statement or if then else statement, then S is okay, let's take another one. I will take the another one. S is equal to A double A or B double B, then A gives AA or A, B gives B, capital B or B. Okay, now if we consider this set of the production rule, now here in this, now in this example there are the 3 symbols written in the uppercase. So here V is equal to non-terminal symbols S, A, B, then terminal symbols lowercase letters A, B, then starting symbol, first rule is this one and LHS symbol is S. So starting symbol is S only, starting symbol. So here the 3 tuples we have defined. Okay, now in a grammar there are the, in production rule there are the 2 sides, LHS side and the RHS side. Okay, LHS side, so in a context free grammar or in regular grammar there is always a single symbol, and which is always a non-terminal symbol. And in RHS there may be the any number of symbols, any sequence, lowercase, any sequence of a terminal and the non-terminal symbols. So this is the example of a grammar. Now let's see the definition of regular grammar. So regular grammar, shortly it is known as a RG, and this is the first type of a grammar represented by the Chomsky hierarchy. We have already seen the Chomsky hierarchy, that is nothing but the set of the all types of grammar. So regular grammar, it is the first grammar defined by the Chomsky. Now mathematically or the formally it is defined in terms of 4 tuples. G is equal to V, T, P, S, where V is a set of the non-terminal symbol, set of the terminal symbols, set of the production rule. But here the production rule where P is a set of production rule production rules having the form capital A gives small a capital B, or capital A gives capital B small a. Okay, another representation is capital A gives WB, or capital A gives BW, where W is nothing but the string. Now in the regular grammar, second unit totally deals with the regular expression, regular grammar and regular language. Now in RG, it composed of 4 tuples where the P must have. The required form for the regular grammar is this one. How capital A gives A B, small a B. That means single terminal symbol, single non-terminal symbol. Right side, to the right side, there will be only 2 symbols. Terminal symbol followed by non-terminal symbol, or non-terminal symbol followed by terminal symbol. This or this. Or if single terminal is not there, then there may be the string of terminals also. So that is nothing but the WB or BW. So this is the required form. If all the production rule has this form, then if each and every production rule of the set P has this form, then we say the complete grammar as a regular grammar. For example, this first grammar. Okay, here all the rules, all the things has this format. Okay, A, B, terminal, non-terminal, terminal, non-terminal, terminal, non-terminal, or single terminal also, or A, or W, or W. Okay, so this or this one. Okay, but here this second example, we can't say this as a regular grammar, because to the right side of some production rule there are more than 2 symbols. Okay, which is not accepted or allowed in the regular grammar. Okay, so this is all about the grammar and regular grammar. Okay, in next video we will see what is the context free grammar, then what is RLG and LLG, right linear grammar and then left linear grammar, which are the sub parts of this regular grammar. Thank you all.